Howdy folks, Justin here.
Howdy folks, Sandy here.
And it's been a long time since we were together on video together, wasn't it?
Technically, I've been on video. I was behind a
That's
mask.
true. I don't know if you guys know this, but when the Argonian shows up, that's Sandra. I'm not capable of that quick costume change. Sandra is a real trooper waiting in the wings in costume. Like when we showed up on Pete Hines, the vice president of Bethesda, on his stream.
It was so nice.
It was her. It was all her.
You can't tell, but I was blushing.
Oh, you were? You turned a darker green?
I know. Well, I don't know if you're on the screen thing, you can see my nose through his teeth.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, God. I'm embarrassing myself in front of Pete.
So it's been 1 year since the channel launched. Brief recap. We had Target gift cards. We had
From your internship.
We had Target gift cards, and those were from the medical study that I did.
Oh,
We do everything we can here at the channel to make money because we work for nonprofits, and we need that
We
money.
had to go to black market and everything.
Right. I mean, we bought that lizard mask secondhand from a lizard who was alive when we got it from him, actually. Speaking of which, we have that court date showing up. He's not human, though, so I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
Skyrim for the Nords. Anyway, we had some Target gift cards from this medical study I'd been participating in, and we were at Target. Webcam was on sale.
Yeah.
And you're a big fan of PewDiePie, right?
Yeah, but I don't know anything about games, you guys. But I like watching them, and so I knew PewDiePie and Markiplier and all those good guys, and I think I knew the basics of what they used, which was just headphones and a webcam. And since Justin doesn't know,
Yeah, I can barely operate a computer.
yeah, so we just picked out the cheapest.
Yeah, we got
Nothing
bottom of
crazy.
the barrel stuff. The same kind of, probably the same guy actually who sold us those things, sold us the lizard face later on. But she recommended that we try it. I mean, nobody was making Elder Scrolls Legends videos for YouTube at the time.
Yeah.
And I got a smart mouth, and I like to run it at home.
I can note it behind the scenes.
She knows how to use computers, and she's got incredible artistic ideas.
And yeah,
Here we are today. So we have a whole bunch of giveaways planned for the next few weeks.
giveaway August.
Giveaway
this
August.
Is the month.
Right, we're giving away August because 1 year ago today we launched the channel. Throughout the month we're going to be giving away 4 or 5 copies of the Fall of the Dark Brotherhood expansion. That's the whole shebang, all the wings, every single card included. 5 2-pack bundles, just 2 packs each of Heroes of Skyrim, 5 of those, and our last big one
Just one.
is
A 60 cards.
a 60-pack bundle of Heroes of Skyrim, complete with the bonus premium legendary, or bonus legendary, or something like that.
It's fancy.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's exciting.
So we have all this stuff to give away, and we're going to start slow. We're going to start with this video today. We want you all you have to do to enter to win is post a comment in the comments below. And this one's kind of for the people who have been around for a while, or at least a week long enough to see something funny.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Post what you think your favorite moment of the channel, or just playing the game in general, has been for over the last year.
Yeah. It's very simple.
Just leave a comment, and if you're subscribed, you'll be entered to win a drawing that we do
On the 14th.
on the 14th. That winner will be announced. You'll be messaged, and a video will be released. And we're gonna give away two.
So 2 winners.
2 winners will be picked out on the 14th to win the 2 packs. So 2 people will each win 2 packs.
Yep, and it'll be at random again. The usual. Just put a comment, and then I put it all into that little box that we always see.
That's
and then
right.
We'll just pick something.
So leave a comment below talking about one of your favorite moments from the last year playing Legends, watching the channel, and you'll be entered.
Yeah, it's exciting.
To that end, we're going to talk about each of our 5 favorite moments of the channel in the last year.
That's right.
So we'll go one at a time.
Yeah, I wrote it down because I had to make sure. Okay, so my favorite one so far was our other giveaway where I had to do all 7 characters.
Yeah.
Fun fact, he went to work from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30, You got home and we started recording, and we recorded for 4 hours after that.
Oh, it was probably longer than 4 hours.
Probably.
Yeah, and I think I even got off work a little early that day.
Yeah, you took it off early.
And you set up everything beforehand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sandra put in probably 10, 12, 15, 16 hours maybe of work into that video.
Yeah, the editing afterwards was 4 more hours.
Right.
So.
Yeah, because we filmed each scene, like a character would sit down and read all his lines, and then she had to chop it all up into something coherent.
And then, what was it? We had to record the character, and then I had to take a photo for the thumbnail, and then we had to record those little bits of dancing.
Yeah.
So it was a 3-parter.
And the Last Supper photos, you staged all that too.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot of work. I have to say that is one of my favorite moments as well. That's on my top 5 as well. I'll throw out another fact about that. That's the first time anything on this channel has ever been scripted, and it was so hard. Every other thing we've ever done in character, we've planned out the costume.
Yeah.
And I sat down and I just made stuff up as we went.
That's funny.
It's better that way. It's much funnier.
Yeah.
And we ran into a small problem because as I was writing this, most of the characters speak relatively idiosyncratically
The orc.
or straightforward, but the orc was impossibly hard because like I couldn't write his sort of like staggered, idiotic speech very well. And so when I started reading his lines, I couldn't deliver them believably. Mm-hmm. So I ended up just scrapping the script and making up his stuff as we went along.
And the way we recorded it was no makeup to the most makeup.
Right,
That's
so the orc
how I
went
had to do
last.
it. Yep. And you had to take a shower after the Jalar.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't put paint over
Right.
Jalar's black.
That's
and
right.
White.
Yeah, so there's paint on Lark the Nord, but we were able to get that off.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a long process.
Yeah.
All right, so what's your next moment?
My next moment? We did another giveaway, and you were Jalar, and when we announced the winner, I had my own little whiskers.
Yeah.
I don't know why. That's cute.
Those were great.
Because I put a lot of effort in you, and then I just did like whiskers on mine, and it made me happy.
That was funny. My favorite part of that one was when I said something like, "Greetings, it's Jalar," and you were like, "Howdy, folks, Sandy here."
I had to be in character.
You're spot on. Academy Award winner. So my next one, I'm gonna go with losing to Maricon's Altar Monk. This was a pivotal moment actually in the history of the channel that, I mean, I was really excited about, but I don't think I've really made clear how big that was to me. Maricon is one of the big head honcho type people at Direwolf Digital, responsible for a lot of aspects of this game, and he also plays on the ladder. He has his own account. He plays, and I faced him, and I don't even remember what I was playing. I think I was playing a concede mage deck. Like all I was trying to do was get my opponents to draw out their deck, and I succeeded once. I had that on camera once. But I'm playing that deck, and I'm playing against Maricon, who's playing Monk. At the time, Monk had no playable decks, right? Like there was Pilfer Monk, which sometimes people played, and I was like, oh, I got this. Maricon whips out Altar of Despair and just blew my mind. And honestly, it was that game that sort of inspired me to play some just of the wacky, creative decks that I played since then, including Ultra Monk, which I played to top 10 legend.
I like your creative decks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt a lot of freedom when I stopped challenging myself to just do really well and started asking myself, how far can I push individual cards? And that moment, losing to Maricon's Ultra Monk deck, was really integral in that evolution of the channel. Good.
I liked it. Okay, so my third one, it's when I was swims at night and Pete saw me.
Yeah, that was
I wrote
great.
it down. I said impressing Pete.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, I like seeing him happy.
Right.
And he seemed really happy, and he said I was his favorite.
That was great.
Feels good.
I mean, that was cool. You know, for a long time, Pete Hines has been a huge supporter of this game, and his favorite card is Fighters Guild Recruit, the little Argonian with the sword and everything. He has a statue made of it and everything. So I was asked to be involved in the Bethesda podcast or Twitch stream like a week before it happened. And when I found out that I'd be doing it with him, I was like, Sandra, can you sit next to me off camera with the lizard mask on and wait for an opportune moment to jump in? And you were amazing doing that.
So you were supposed to do it for an hour.
Yeah. I
But
was supposed to go for an hour. I went for like 2.
I went for 2, but the whole time I was wearing the mask, and I can't breathe in that mask. I don't know if he knows I'm holding his mouth open as my face is sticking.
Yeah.
It was exciting. That shirt is the wrong way.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're wearing a backwards shirt.
Yeah, I'm not wearing the. It's not Swims at Night. It's a different character. Technically,
You were
right?
trying to go with a different
I
Argonian. We only have
tried.
one Argonian's
I
face.
tried.
We tried to get Arya Stark to give us another one, but she's busy, killing the Freys or whatever she's up to.
So that's nice.
That was fun.
It's very fun.
Okay, so I'm going to go for sort of a weird one here. It was the time last Halloween that I dressed up like a banana
Oh,
and
I
you
wrote
dressed up
that.
like a gorilla. You wrote that one
I
too?
wrote that one down.
Okay. This one was the first time you showed up on the stream. This was the first time we ever did anything in costume, although it didn't really lead to the other costumes. It was the first time we did something really wacky. I was sort of wearing a costume, and I spent the first several months wearing a tie.
Why? Because
It was a thing, and I like wearing ties. I mean, I do like wearing ties.
yeah.
But you were willing to put the gorilla costume on, and you and my mom had actually run a 5K, right?
Yeah, well, we went. That's where we got. We don't just have it just for giggles. We
Right.
we ran a 5K for the gorilla race.
Yeah.
And I had to run in a banana suit.
Yeah.
So that's how we got this.
Right. Sandra and my mom becoming friends. Families growing closer together. That was one of your moments as
That
well?
was one. Now I'm thinking about other moments. So okay. My favorite one is creating the orc character.
Mhm.
I mean, I was gonna write the orc rap video because we're gonna talk about that in a little. I keep changing the green paint on him. So if you check in the first one, he's like a lime green type one, and then the recent one, he was a dark forest green.
Mhm.
So I like where he's going.
Yeah. Well, I mean, thanks to like I said before, we work in nonprofit. Like, we don't have a lot of money. And so all the money that you guys give us through the channel's Patreon, we've been able to put back into these costumes, into the video editing software we've been using for a couple months now, the new camera. I mean, we put all that money back into the channel. And the first time we did the orc thing, we went to Walmart and we bought, like, finger paint.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Right. That cost like $3 because that's all we could afford. And now we can afford better paint, higher quality editing, better actors. Actually, I've been laid off. I've been replaced. I'm actually not even Justin. I'm a guy who's working on. I mean, I need to pay for headshots, and so Justin hired me to fill in the role of somebody who looked good next to her, because Justin is ugly as Nernroot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
So I had the movie. Okay, so I guess I have two left that were huge. I'm gonna go with this next one. Being invited to Direwolf Digital's offices was huge. I got sent a message on Reddit in like January saying, "Hey, you live down the street from where our offices are, and you work just down the street. We should do lunch sometime." And I was like, "Oh my god, like this
Lunch.
is yeah." Like, first of all, you also eat? Like, that's amazing. Like, we have a lot in common. But for the most part, I was just like, I was in shock, Part of what I do is for work is put on a strong face when people say outrageous things. But I was a kid in a candy store when I went and met these guys. I mean, people I've been watching play Magic for years. I got to shake their hands, meet them, go out to lunch with them. It was a really cool experience. It was, as somebody who didn't embrace his opportunity to be a nerd as a kid, this was me taking full advantage of the fact that now as an adult and I could be a nerd all I wanted. And I got my life together, and I got to meet some really cool people and have a really neat time.
You have a photo.
I do have
Having
a photo.
Mexican food.
We went out for Mexican food.
It's so sweet.
Thanks.
All right, my last. I'm still trying to think of mine.
Okay, well, I can
Give me
go
some
with my
yours.
last one.
Yeah.
My last one was a point where the channel kind of exploded. There were several like mini explosions where the channel blew up. This one was one of the big ones. It was like a Saturday morning, I think. And Bethesda sometimes does these things where they pay professional Hearthstone streamers to play Legends, and most of them, let's be honest, kind of suck, or they just, they do an introductory thing like, here's how you play, because I also don't know how to play. But Talento, one of the world's best Hearthstone players and just general great gamer, was asked to play and was kicking some serious ass on the ladder. I didn't know this was all happening because, I'll be honest, I don't really pay a lot of attention to social media. I mean, I do now that the channel's going around, but back in October, whenever this was, I didn't really know how any of this worked. I just hopped on a ladder and I was like, I'm going to record the first game I play with a ramp sorcerer deck that I was having fun with called Big Dumb Sorcerer, and immediately queued into Colento. This is now my most popular video by a significant margin. Yeah, and we had this like really back and forth epic game, went on for like 20 minutes, ended up winning, and the channel, I mean, there was my first big boom of subscribers was right after that. So that was a highlight for me over the last year.
Yeah, on the YouTube stats, you can see that little peak.
Yeah,
That's it. That's a Calento Pete
it was.
peak.
It was.
Okay, I thought of my last moment. It's when I dressed you up as Delphine.
Oh yeah, Delphine, the only character, by the way, who didn't show up in the Council movie.
She looked too much like,
She has the same outfit as Lark.
yeah, except a dress
Yeah,
and a braid. I really enjoyed it. My favorite part was the dragon and
yeah,
the intro. We tried to make it like the game.
like the Skyrim intro.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that for some reason.
That was really fun, and you made that look perfect. I mean, I didn't have any idea how great that dragon was going to look. That looked amazing, and that was your dress I was wearing, by the way.
It was. Also, I don't know if people know this, that slow motion part when he's whipping out the sword, I didn't edit that. You're going slow motion in real life.
It's that high-quality acting skill that supporting our Patreon pays for. Justin couldn't do that, but fake Justin can.
Fake Justin.
Yeah. Regular Justin has a longer beard. I was going to say he has a goatee because he's from the Mirror Universe, but we both have beards, so... All right.
That's
So-
been all the moments.
Yeah, let us know in the comments what your favorite moment of the last year was. You'll be entered to win a couple of packs, and the giveaways are just going to ramp up as the month goes on, so stay tuned for more.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Sandra.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.